Hey all, welcome back with Cruising with Cheryl and Eric.
You forgot our names.
Let's just do that over again. Hey all, welcome back to Cruising with Cheryl and Eric. This is Cheryl, and that is Eric.
And today we're going to be doing a St. Thomas port guide. Reason being, we're going to St. Thomas coming up here soon. Yeah, our February cruise. We're stopping in addition to St. Martin, which we did a port guide on the other day. We're going to be going to St. Thomas as well.
Super excited. Have never been there.
So, general information first. If you don't know, St. Thomas is one of the U.S. Virgin Islands. When you arrive by cruise ship, you'll be docking near the town of Charlotte-Amalie, which is the capital of St. Thomas. Since St. Thomas is a U.S. territory, U.S. dollars are taken or accepted, as well as most major credit cards. Now, starting to get into some more of the specifics. The morning that you're headed into St. Thomas, make sure you're out on deck or on your balcony as you're coming into port, because the views from the ship as you're coming into port are absolutely outstanding, and you don't want to miss them.
Oh,
you want to go?
Sure.
Or you want to keep reading?
Depending
and you just stand
on your
there
cruise ship. Really, what do you want now? Depending on your cruise ship, you'll either enter Haven or Crown Bay. Ooh. Haven Site is the older and more established cruise port of the two. Both Haven Site and Crown Bay have shopping close by, restaurants and bars. Oh, and also transportation to the best attractions in St. Thomas.
It arguably doesn't matter which port you're coming into, especially since you kind of don't have a choice. The ship determines that. So, your top attractions, activities, and excursions. Number one, the capital city, Charlotte-Amalie. It's a bustling town. It is the main attraction in St. Thomas. It's about a 15-minute cab ride from both cruise ports. So if you don't want to do an excursion and you want to just, explore the town, hop in a cab, which are always right there at the cruise terminal, head into town and explore on your own.
Duty-free shopping. St. Thomas is known for its duty-free shopping, especially for gold jewelry. I prefer silver. Gemstones and quality tablecloths and linens. In Charlotte-Amalie, you'll find hundreds of brand names and local shops along Main Street and the cross streets. You gotta go get into those little nook and crannies. That's where you usually find the best stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Downtown National Heritage Sites. In the historic district of Charlotte-Amalie, there are several buildings that basically, they're historical sites. Any history buffs would enjoy walking around down there.
Ooh. Blackbeard's Castle. Blackbeard's Castle is a historic site. It is named for the famous pirate Edward Thatch. They called him Blackbeard because, you guessed it, Blackbeard. Yeah. He was blue and he had a black beard. Okay, black and blue. Anyway, the castle is really a watchtower which overlooks Charlotte-Amalie and boasts breathtaking views.
Fort Christian was built in the late 1600s. Fort Christian is the oldest standing structure in St. Thomas. This fort was built by King Christian V to protect the Danish settlers on the island of St. Thomas. Over time, it's been used as a lot more than just, it's been used for many things, including administrative offices, a church, and even a prison. It's now a museum housing a bunch of artifacts local to St. Thomas.
Excellent.
Wow.
What did you drink today?
Not enough, obviously.
Barely. The St. Thomas Synagogue. St. Thomas Synagogue is full of history and a must-see for those of all faiths. In the heart of Charlotte-Amalie, you'll find the synagogue located just 2 blocks up from Main Street.
Now, please be aware that this is a functioning synagogue, so be respectful. If they're in the middle of a service, don't come walking in taking photos.
Well, yeah, you don't want to walk in and go, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's just not cool.
Next up, 99 Steps. It's another tourist attraction. It's actually right near the synagogue. There are step streets that basically cut through the hills in St. Thomas. The 99 Steps is the most famous and the most photographed. These step streets were originally built from ballast bricks of the tall ships coming from the Old World. Funnily enough, there's actually 103 steps in at this landmark, not 99. So not sure why they call it 99. Obviously, somebody can't count, but
is funnily even a word?
Yeah,
oddly enough.
Funny enough.
Oh.
Okay.
That's your New Jersey dictionary for you. Pick on Bostonians here.
Exactly.
Anywho, the best beaches in St. Thomas. I can't wait. St. Thomas has white sand beaches, which are gorgeous, and each has a special character. Depending on what you enjoy most, you'll likely have a preference. I like all beaches.
Magens Bay Beach, without a doubt, the most famous and most popular beach in St. Thomas. Everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but most people have heard of Magens Bay Beach. For a bunch of years, it was in several different top 10 lists of the most beautiful beaches in the world. You can rent chairs and loungers on Magens Bay Beach. There's a nice beach bar and a restaurant on site. It does get pretty crowded. So if you want to find kind of a quieter area, head to either end of the beach and, kind of away from other people, and you'll have a little bit more peace and quiet.
Yeah. This Sapphire Beach. Ooh, it's your birthstone. You have a whole beach for your birthstone.
Oh, yeah.
It's known for its stunning sapphire blue waters. And, however, you'll also get a beautiful view of the neighboring island of St. John. Sapphire Beach is located on the eastern end of St. Thomas and has a lot to offer those who enjoy a day on an active beach. Not only is snorkeling pretty good, but there's also jet ski, parasailing, and other activities available. Koki.
Next up, Koki Beach. Another popular beach for cruise guests. It's located on the northern coast of the island and is most known for its snorkeling and its diving. The Coral World Ocean Park is also located there, so if you want, you can make a full day of it and hit the aquarium and then hit the beach, or hit the beach and then the aquarium.
Well, if you're walking straight, you won't hit either one of them. But anyway, Lindquist Beach. It's the quietest of the beaches. Lindquist Beach is known to cruise passengers who prefer to avoid the crowds, unlike some people. Located on the eastern side of the island, the secluded beach has shallow and calm waters and breathtaking views of the island of St. John.
Speaking of St. John, the next beach is actually on St. John. It's called Trunk Bay. A lot of the excursions, recommended by the ships will include a visit to the island of St. John. St. John's a much less busy and not as commercialized as St. Thomas is, mainly because a large part of it is actually the U.S. Virgin Islands National Park. So you can't build as much, a lot more restrictions. The most popular beach is Trunk Bay. The most popular beach on St. John is Trunk Bay. It's perfect for families and kids. There's an underwater snorkeling trail that's accessible from the beach, and it's close to the shoreline. St. John is accessible by ferry, so you can either, book an excursion, which includes the ferry ride, or you can actually just take the ferry. If you do decide to do the ferry on your own, make sure you pay attention to that ferry schedule so that you know which ferry you have to get on to make sure you get back to the ship before the ship leaves, because you don't want to be one of those pier runners we talked about in another video.
Anywho, Honeymoon Beach or Water Island.
On Water Island.
That's what I said. You just forgot the other part of the end. Anyway, it's one of the quieter beaches you can enjoy. It's Honeymoon Beach on Water Island. It's small and simple, but the water is beautiful and clear. To get to Honeymoon Beach, you can either take the ferry or to Water Island, or you can go with a cruise line excursion.
Next up, we're going to switch away from the beaches and start talking more about different excursions that are available. So you can do a sky ride to Paradise Point. The access to this is just a few minutes walk from the Haven Site cruise port. So if you're docking there, you can just walk. Then you'll find the sky ride to Paradise Point, which you head up 700 feet to the top of the mountain by tram and get to see absolute amazing views of St. Thomas and the harbor and the surrounding area. it's a favorite excursion of many cruisers over the years. To get that Insta-worthy photo of the harbor. There's a gift shop, a restaurant, and a bar at the top, and I think it's probably the only place on the island you can get an authentic Bailey's Bushwhacker drink. Okay.
What's Bailey's? Bailey's Irish Cream.
I don't know.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
The Haven Site Mall. Who wants to go on a cruise and go to the mall? No. The Haven Site Mall is made up of over 50 shops and boutiques. While you can head into Charlotte Amalie and shop on Main Street,
you can do this instead.
Okay. Thank you. If you're doing an excursion and time is limited, consider doing your duty-free shopping close to the cruise port.
Yeah. Next is the catamaran snorkeling excursions. St. Thomas has beautiful crystal clear waters and a ton of underwater sea life. So snorkeling excursions are quite popular, and why not do a snorkeling excursion with on board a catamaran? That way you get to sail on top of the water and then dive in and see everything that lives underneath. Pretty fun.
Yeah. Turtle Cove to Buck Island snorkeling excursion. If you dreamed of swimming with turtles, consider this St. Thomas snorkeling excursion.
Next up is a sunset sail. So this is situational. If your cruise ship is staying into the evening and not departing at 5 or 6 p.m., consider doing a sunset sail, sunset catamaran sail, and it would be a lot of fun. But unfortunately, this trip our cruise ship is not staying late, so we can't do that.
Coral World Ocean Park. It's located at Coki Beach. The Coral World Ocean Park is one of St. Thomas' most popular attractions for families. This aquarium offers many opportunities to interact and learn about the variety of marine life, including sea lions, dolphins, my favorite, and sea turtles. Anything to do with the sea and animals, I'm down. Except for sharks. Anyway, if you're visiting with kids, they'll love the touch pools and turtle pool, even if you're not traveling with kids. Anyway, I'm a kid at heart. You may also want to check out the Sea Trek Helmet Dive for a fun and different experience.
Next excursion type is the St. Thomas Island Tour. It's pretty much exactly what it says. It's a tour of the island.
Okay.
You get an overview of the whole island. You visit some of the most popular spots. You'll drive up the mountaintop where you get amazing views of the islands. You'll probably hit Magens Bay and or some of the other beaches. So kind of a good feel for the whole island. So.
Tree Lemon Extreme Ziplining.
Your favorite?
Said no one ever. If you prefer a more adventurous activity while in St. Thomas, the Tree Lemon Extreme Ziplining is an awesome experience. This large zipline course soars through St. Thomas's Caribbean rainforest and other breathtaking views of the island and its famous beaches. Well, can you stop in the middle of it?
Yes.
Oh, well, how am I going to take pictures? All right.
St. Thomas Mangrove Lagoon and Kayak Tour. This is, it shows you the other side of St. Thomas. St. Thomas is known as, bustling, full of activity, lots of things to do and see. Well, if you go to the Mangrove Lagoon Wildlife Sanctuary and Marine Preserve, you can do a kayak tour and see the slower side of things, the more peaceful side of things. You'll get to see lots of local wildlife, learn about the local flora and fauna. Definitely a good option if you like kayaking.
Yeah. Okay. Potential. St. Thomas Food and Rum Tour. Not rum.
Run to the rum.
Run to the rum. Run to the run. Anyway, if you love sightseeing, food, and culture, then a food and rum tour is a great way to visit and experience St. Thomas. This tour takes place in the downtown Charlotte Amalie Historic District and includes eating. Hence food and rum. Anyway.
Eating Caribbean dishes at local restaurants.
You'll also sample and learn to make one of the St. Thomas local drinks, the Painkiller. I might need one of those.
So now you've got a general idea on what to do on your port call to St. Thomas, check out this video with which is us doing a list of those 15 essentials you need to have with you for that port visit.